we will be doing a one-shot here. As always, I'm Ryan, your DM, and I will be doing this one-shot known as the Hound of Cabell Manor. And along with me playing is...
Hi, I'm Katie. I'm going to be playing Liza, who's a halfling monk and cleric.
Hi, I'm Tyler, your co-host, and I will be playing Marble, the Earth Ganassi sorcerer.
I'm Sky. I'm playing Rua. She's a female high elf blood hunter.
Alright. Cool. So, how do we agree on that you guys kind of knew each other? What was the final consensus?
I think we were all, like, childhood friends.
Yeah.
How old are your characters?
Old enough to drink.
Mine is around 100, which is the normal adult age for an elf.
Wow.
You're like, oh. How about the other people?
Marble's gonna be 21. 21.
21.
Yeah, you know it.
Liza's probably around her early 20s as well.
Okay, so, and for reference, you guys are all level 3.
Yes.
Okay, so you guys have a little bit of combat experience. Maybe you guys are kind of well known a little bit in the area for just helping out the town. Maybe you help clean some barns out for rats. Maybe dealt with a few kobolds in their local mines, what have you, right? So, we could say you guys are in... You guys all living together? Do you live separately?
We can all have one big shack together.
The base of
We're
operations.
not living in a shack. Living in a nice house.
Base of operations, you call it.
A shack house, yes.
Alright. You guys hear a... One day at the door while everyone's kind of sitting around. Maybe somebody's cooking lunch, we'll say. You hear that knock at the door.
There appears to be someone at our chamber door.
Why don't you go open it?
All right. Marble will approach the door, give it a wide swing open.
You see that there's a man there with a big satchel bag hanging off of him, busted full with like different papers and letters, and he goes, like, hey there, man. I got a letter here made out to the group with an individual known as Marble in it. Heard you guys are a good adventuring group.
Yes, I will take that from you.
He goes, perfect, have a nice day. And he turns around and starts to head out.
Mail. Let's
What's the
see what
letter
it
about?
says.
So, looking at it, it's addressed to, it says, to Marble and crew.
Why just marble?
And it's a note, and it describes how that in the town next door to you guys, known as Beach Burton, there's this mansion that lives by the side of the town. And it's from the family that writ you, that live in the mansion, and they're asking for you to come and help them. They've been plagued by this monstrous hound that shows up in the area. And they're hoping that you guys could come and help them deal with it. And it says on the bottom, signed, Katrin and Athon Cabell. Cabell. Or Cabal, I guess.
Well, crew, it seems that a nearby town is in need of our services.
Why don't we check it out again?
Sure thing.
All right. Pack up our gear and get ready to set out.
For story-wise, so Rua, what does your character use? Are they more of a spell? I don't know too much about blood hunters. That's something new to me. So And I'm sure there's some listeners that maybe don't know what a blood hunter is or what that they use or do, you know?
So I can use a crossbow and a short sword, and I can basically charm the short sword into doing like a frost damage or radiant damage. But I can also curse them, and the creature then has disadvantage on strength and dexterity ability checks, and takes 1d8 of necrotic damage if it makes a more than one melee attack or ranged attack during its turn. They kind of just curse people.
Cool.
Yeah. But they mostly used melee weapons. But I do have a spell.
He's got a spell? Okay.
Yeah, but that's because it's a high elf, rather.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So,
But
as you guys are walking there, you come across into the village here. And it's a small, kind of sleepy village. Maybe about, at max, if you were to look at the houses and things, maybe it's around like 50-ish people.
A small
And it seems
village
like
for sure.
very the definition of ordinary. The residents that you see walking around are mostly human, a scattering of other type of races, but otherwise they're mostly just human here.
The small village reminds Marble of home.
Cute.
Liza thinks this place seems pretty nice.
So, you see that as you're walking around, there's a big inn named Doyle's, and it lies in the center in the square of town.
Ah, this seems like a good place to get a drink.
Sure, we could also.
I mean, if you want a drink, but we could also ask around.
Yeah. Good to
Multi-purpose.
know a bit more about what we're getting into.
True. On the letter, does it say who it's from, so we know who to find?
Yes, the letter, like I said, says it's from Katrin and Athen Cabell.
Gotcha, the Cabal. Okay, we gotta find.
Aren't they the owners of the mansion? Or do we not know that yet?
As far as you're aware, it's just signed from them. And
We could ask if they own the mansion.
Yep, we should ask around at the bar, though.
So are you
I
guys
agree.
heading into Doyle's?
Yes.
Alright,
Yeah.
as you guys walked in, it's a low-ceilinged room, and it's filled with the comforting smell of wood smoke and cider. And no matter, like, the time of day, it seems that there's always kind of people that are either just sitting here enjoying, laughing around, or just even having a good time with each other, playing cards or other types of games.
Nice.
You see that there's a larger human working behind the bar, giving out drinks to some people.
Seems like a good person to ask. Marble will approach the bar.
The larger gentleman goes, "Ah, hello there. What can I get you?"
Hello, I will take a pint of your most common ale, and perhaps you could point me in the direction of the Cabal's mansion.
He goes, "Ah, the Cabal's mansion." His eyes kind of narrow. "Well, I could point you in the direction, but they do say that there's a legend around by that mansion. So I just watch your step there," as he's turning around, getting his glass and getting you the glass there and filling it up.
What
What's the
sort of
legend?
He says, it's something about that, that they always have good luck and things. Like, so for example, stumbling across a buried chest of gold when they were almost bankrupt, and the mine they own stopped producing, or a business rival dropping dead of an unexpected heart attack and things.
That sure
Sounds
does seem
more
like-
than good luck. It sounds more like they're. Honestly, it sounds like they're probably getting something from a worshipping of some sort.
He goes, well,
be.
that's something I don't know personally myself, but could be. But yeah,
Where's that
I could
drink?
point you out into the directions there, and he hands you your cup there, and he says, yeah, if you just head about 3 or 4 miles to the east and slowly start climbing up the moorland, you'll be able to see it.
Appreciate it. How much is this drink? As I start chugging it.
He goes, that'll just be 1 gold.
Take that out of my apartment. Flick it onto the counter.
Mm-hmm.
2 gold pieces for the information.
That's 3 altogether.
Or 2, 1 for the information, 1 for the drink.
And he goes, oh, why, thank you.
Thank you.
He goes, good luck on your investigation. Hopefully you can find what you're looking for.
Hopefully.
Alright. With a slam down of my drink, what do you say we get on our way?
Sure thing.
Yep.
No, I don't like the idea of them maybe pulling some strings somehow in that sort of way. I guess we'll see when we get there.
I agree.
Yeah.
Something is afoot.
Okay. I'm going to describe to you guys your pathway that you travel and what goes on. Alright, so you walk along a narrow if well-worn road for 3 or 4 miles, slowly climbing up into the moorland, overlooking Beechburton. Even though now it's about mid-afternoon, the sun is shining overhead, wisps of mist still drift among the brushes, and in places you can see the reeds and the pea-green tufts that show where scrub gives way to bog. You're able to see like the different environment around you. The rolling hills and lacks of trees means that you can see Cabell Manor long before you reach its grounds. Slate gray and imposing, the manor juts up from the land like a gravestone, with the only other building in sight a low stone construction that squats a half-mile or so off the track. The design is increasingly grand, and it looks well-mannered, though as you draw closer, you notice that the windows on the ground floor all appear to be covered with heavy shutters. A tall iron fence, topped with sharp points, surrounds the manor, and once the road was guarded by a set of heavy doors. However, these now lie torn and twisted on the verge, and as you pass, you notice that they appear to be scorched in places. Indeed, the large double doors at the front of the building are also blackened and covered in countless deep scratches, as are the shutters around them.
Oh,
So as you guys approach here, you are currently outside of the double gate there.
can we tell if it's like any of this has been caused by like an animal or?
Yeah, certainly. You can give me a perception or survival check if you'd like.
Alright. Well, they're equal, so I'm just gonna do perception because that's literally the same. Alright. Okay.
Well, the
Gentlemen,
5, you're
bye
not
bye.
able to tell anything. You're like, yeah, these just look
Then
kind of destroyed.
let's give
Everything
it a
looks
shot.
broken.
Would you say they're,
Am I allowed to give it a shot?
if you'd like? Describe me what your character's kind of looking for or doing.
Not much better, but she's taken a closer look at the scratches since it is a survival check to see if she can recognize what exactly it might be from.
With that 6, you were not able to see. You're kind of just like Rua there. And you both can just, you're not able to catch what, like, these are just deep marks here. Why is there scratches and burned marks? And what's going on here?
Well, can we? All right. Is it possible to see if the burn marks are from magic or
You gave me an Arcana check.
like? Yeah, that's okay. That's what I was. All right.
I assume that's what you're asking at least, but
Yes. 15?
15. You're able to tell that this is definitely some fire that was dealt to these walls here.
Like
Like
magic?
it's not from how do I want to put it?
You said dealt fire? Like what is dealt fire?
Meaning something made this fire. It's not like
Oh.
natural wildfire. Like it was
Okay,
deliberately
so
done to this to try to break through these double doors.
Oh. Okay.
Also,
So-
you smell a faint smell of sulfur in the air.
Oh.
It's concerning.
That's concerning.
But the gate, like I said, is open with the double things being blown off. So, if you'd like to go in, you can. Otherwise, you could stay on the outside of the fence. It's up to you.
Well,
What's Marble thinking? Or the other two have been looking into things.
As far as investigating this gate, not really his wheelhouse, so he would probably more or less just kind of walk on through, heading towards the front door.
Yeah, sure. Why don't you guys move your peeps there?
okay.
Okay. So, and so as you guys are approaching more here, you're seeing that the front doors are pretty barred up here with large, deep scratch marks in them, and along the shutters there's these deep scratches all around the house, it seems.
Oh.
Seems like we'd better be on guard.
Like, the doors are still there for you to, like, use if you need to, but they're really scratched in.
Well, I'll give it a knock. Not the spell.
Alright.
Love that spell, though. Such a good spell.
With that, this aristocratic looking gentleman's gonna come to the. You're gonna hear footsteps, and from inside the house, you're able to see just through like the little slabs in the door that it just opens just a little bit, kind of like those doors that have like the chains on them. It opens just a bit, and he goes, "Oh, hello there. What is your business?" He's kind of shaking a little nervously.
Can we tell if he's real?
I can describe him for you, yeah. So he's a tall, thin human. He's got this untidy jet black hair. He's got a dark suit that's kind of rumpled. And he has obviously these bags under his eyes, as well as a few days of stubble on his chin. And he's kind of like
Well,
looking at you guys like, oh,
I was kinda
what is your
asking if
business
he was
here?
kind of asking if he was a visual illusion, actually. But
He appears real.
he appears real. Alright. Perfect.
I guess if that's what you want to hear, I guess.
Yes. I want to make sure this man is real and not some creature. Because
He's
true sight is
He's-
a wonderful sense.
He's shaking a sword by Marble there. Like from inside, like, and he's like, I'll ask again, who goes there? What is your business?
We were
No
given a
need to
letter.
worry.
Are you saying that from like, are you even up like by the door? I didn't even know you were.
Yeah. Oh,
As far as I was aware, I thought
I'm-
it was just, but that's fine. I
No,
guess you could jump in.
Yeah, we're all. I'm going by. I think we're gonna follow this freak who just kind of walked through.
Okay.
Me?
Yes.
Oh, well, Marble will take out the letter and tell him we received a letter requesting our services, and that is why we are here.
He goes, delightful. He goes, thank you all for coming. Yes. Come in, quick. Right through this way. And he opens the door quick and lets you guys come in, and then he immediately closes the door behind you, and you hear like a chick as he's locking a whole bunch of these other locks.
There a reason that you're locking all of those locks?
He goes, yes, I can explain more. Just follow me this way, down to my study. You notice he has a slight little stutter about him. So,
alright.
you guys go
Oh.
following through this, like, wood panel passageway in the house, and it leads you guys into a study. It's a pretty well-sized room. It has bookshelves running along one wall and a large fireplace taking up most of the other. There's a short human woman with bright blonde hair who's sitting on a couch, and she's holding a sleeping infant of maybe 18 months, around that. She wears dark trousers and a white blouse, and also carries a rapier at her side. The gentleman introduces himself. He says, yes, hello. My name is Athon, as you've read in the letters, and this is my wife, Katrin. And that's our little infant son over there, Henry. Might I ask what your all's names are? I know Marble from his stories, but asking about the other ones he's brought.
I'm Liza.
Rua.
He goes, well, I caught some of that. Sounds good. Alright, so. Would you like any tea or food? Our housemaid could get some. Barry, come in here, please. And he claps his hands, and this little halfling woman comes in. She goes, yes, Master Cabal, what would you like? And he goes, well, fetch us some light tea and maybe a few cookies for me and my friends here. She goes, right away, Master Cable. He leaves. And he goes, well, have a seat on the other couch there, right across from us.
Very well. We'll take a seat.
He goes, okay, let me go into the details now. 1 week ago, a tall, shadowy figure turned up at our front door, claiming to be a devil who had made a deal with one of my ancestors. She presented a contract that she claimed allowed her to take ownership of our infant son, Henry. We naturally didn't believe her and slammed the door in her face. And now, every night since then, the house has been besieged by a vast hound that is wretched in fire and shadows. It has torn open the gate and pawed at the doors and shutters, but has not yet managed to make its way inside. The assault starts at dusk and lasts until dawn, with the hound appearing to materialize out of the mists around the manor here. We haven't dared to fight the monster, while both me and my wife can fence reasonably well. We don't tend to battle the hound alone there are the other options available, such as reaching out to you all. He kind of smiles. Now, I can recount this legend that's been kind of passed down in our family now for quite some time, if you'd like.
What sort of legend?
He goes, well... So, the story starts with my ancestor, Richard Cabell, who built this manor house 400 years ago. He poured his heart and soul into this place, and it took years and years to build, and all out bankrupted him. As soon as it was complete, he made some bad business deals that left him on the verge of losing it. And according to the legend, he's saying in air quotes, Richard made a deal with the dark forces in order to keep hold of this place and ensure it would never leave the family. In return, he pledged to give up the life of a cabal, one every century. People say Richard allowed his own son to be dragged into the family tomb by a foul hellhound. Of course, I never believed the story. When my father told me about it, I just thought he was trying to scare me, but now I worry they may have been in truth after all. Now,
So you mean he was sacrificing his own blood?
to keep good fortune in the family, yes, I suppose. But I thought originally just a story to scare us as kids and all that, but now I don't know. Now I have no idea whether or not, if it is real, but, from what we've seen, it's seeming pretty obvious. But I kind of hope that if we can all come together and kill that hellhound, that beast out there that's breathing fire and whatnot, it could make the problem go away. He shrugs his shoulders.
Get this straight. You're dealing with a hellhound and a demon? And you want us to kill the hellhound?
I have not seen anything of a demon. I've only seen some dog appearing now, but...
No, the lady.
The lady?
Who came up asking for your son?
Oh. Yes, that demon. Yes, I've not seen her since the week earlier, yes. But... I don't know anything about her, but I do know about that dog, like I've said.
Do you have the paper she showed you? Or did you just not take it?
Well, we kind of didn't believe her and slammed the door in her face.
Great.
So, I alas don't.
Marble would like to
Mhm.
make an insight check to see
How
if
much
he's
of that?
lying.
Yes, you can certainly do that, Marble.
if he's telling the whole truth,
Mhm.
not
Yeah.
by sensing the vibrations of his heartbeat.
You can sense vibrations of his heartbeat?
Through the earth.
Pretty wild.
Certainly gonna try.
Well, I
That a
guess
feature?
it's
No.
well, I guess it's a good thing that my character's a haunted one, and they know the language of demons,
True.
the
Then
infernal
Abyssal?
language.
I getcha.
18 for the insight check.
From what you're able to tell, everything he's told you has been true. Meaning, yes, they slammed the door in the face of the person that was claiming that they owed them money and that they owed the firstborn. Because obviously, if some stranger kind of showed up to your house and was like, yo, we want your kid, are you going to be the most willing to do that? Like, my mindset was, yeah, we're not going to listen to this goon and close the door on her. Everything he's told you up thus far has been true. Like, he thought like the legend was just a story up until a week ago when all this started happening.
Yeah, Marble will say to the group in a hushed tone, he seems to be telling the truth about this.
And he genuinely seems like he thinks if killing this hound will stop all this problem.
I feel like killing the hound's just gonna make everything worse, but because pissing off a demon's gonna be great.
He says, so you expect me to just give away my son?
No,
I don't think that's why. I
No.
don't think we even hired you if you're going to have that tone with me.
I am just saying.
What? I'm listening. What are you saying? Sorry, Sky, your character said this. I just want to,
I know! You could have talked to her instead of just slamming the door in her face. Immediately.
You wouldn't believe how many half-drunks we get coming up here every once in a while proclaiming that we owe them things and whatnot. Now,
Okay, whatever.
if you're able to destroy the hound and end the attacks, we promise to pay you all 100 gold pieces each.
Okay.
Sounds lovely.
He goes, my wife here will be happy to give you all a tour of the place, if that's acceptable.
Do you have anything to add to the whole situation, ma'am?
She goes, well, no, I think he pretty much covered it.
All right.
She says, when the time comes, I can also help you all fight. There's a crossbow I've been training with since I was younger.
Well, that would be appreciated.
Just make sure your son is out of harm's way.
She goes, yes, I think keeping him with my husband would probably be for the best when the time comes inside the house safe.
Yes.
He goes, all right, well, she stands up from where they were sitting in their chairs, two guys at the couch, and she says, shall we get started on the tour quick?
Why not? How long is dusk? Well, how long is till dusk, I should say.
She goes, well, we have after our tour, there'll be about just an hour for some preparations before the sun goes down.
I see.
All right.
We'd better prepare then.
She goes, yes, let me show you around first, and we'll get ready to start our preparations. And she goes, all right, if you followed me, and she starts to lead out of the study.
We'll follow her.
Yep.
And she gives her little infant son to her husband to take care of while she's up. As you guys are walking around, you're noticing this is a beautiful old manor. It's in like excellent condition. Got several large bedrooms and lounges, but nothing remarkable, nothing too crazy. The wife goes into saying, you know, before all this started, we used to have several servants working for us. But once they all started, everyone except for our good friend there, Barry, left. So now she's all we've got to help us take care of our youngin' when he's growing up and things, when we're busy doing work and such. So...
Do you know why they left, or...
they couldn't... They said that those monster attacks were nothing that they wanted any business of. So they packed up their suitcases and left. I mean... She leans in and says, I mean, who could blame them? After all.
Yeah.
Now, as you guys are walking around the... oh, do you have anything else you wanted to say? Sorry.
I'm good.
Okay. As you guys are walking around, the walls are lined with portraits, including one showing a rather unpleasant-looking man who's standing in front of the manor with a smug look on his face. She goes, yes, this is one of our oldest pictures here. This is the photo of Richard Campbell, as you heard my husband saying earlier.
So
Yes, she goes, and that's him standing in front of the manor that we're in right now.
So he's the one who supposedly sold his son to secure this wealth.
She goes, and yes, and as well, it would now appear has cursed our family since, well, goodness. Now it's been going on for, what did my husband say, 400 years now?
Have there been any other disappearances of the sort that would line up with the timeline of every 100 years?
She goes, that I have no idea if there's been anybody else missing in the past 100 years. That would be more of a question for my husband, but I don't even know if you would know.
Do you think that it was more of a... Was it just to get this house, or was it to secure maybe more luck or something else, maybe even religious, that he sold basically his soul to the devil?
And she goes, well, besides this house, like we've said, we've stumbled across good luck ever since I've joined him and his family here. So...
Odd.
But, anywho, that should help conclude the tour. We'll end down in the kitchen, where I'm sure our our handmaid in there, Barry, will have all of our tea and snacks ready for us. So she'll lead you guys down to the kitchen. She goes, okay, how would you like the preparations to be made? What is there anything, like I said, I could do to help? I could use my crossbow from an open window, perhaps up by the study or something. What were y'all thinking? Because we have about an hour, like I said.
I mean, you using a crossbow out of a window sounds like a relatively
Safe bet.
safe idea. Keeps you out of harm's way.
Gives us an eye above.
Yes.
Sounds like a plan.
I feel like I should try to talk to the beast.
You're welcome to try.
She goes, I don't know if you can talk with it. Maybe, if it can even understand to speak.
Maybe. We don't know with these types of creatures. Could be possible.
It would be better to solve this without conflict.
Yes, we don't want to anger anybody more than they are. But if we do have to fight it, then so be it.
Where shall Liza and I post?
Well, I mean, I am a mixed attacker. I do have healing spells, so it would be best if we all stayed in generally one area,
She
so
says,
I can keep an eye on everyone.
I'd prefer it if we didn't let them get in the house, if possible.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of
Yes.
course.
Yes, of course.
I guess that leaves us outside then.
Yes. Because I don't think you guys are going to be able to go outside windows, right?
It would
Not
be
without
better for
just-
me
yeah.
to be like along the front yard.
Yes.
We know that the beast came in through the fence, so likely it will try that route.
Yes, well, alright. I guess we go outside and wait for it to
Liza
show
gives
up.
a nod in nervous agreement. She's kind of been hanging around her teammates' legs most of the time.
Legs?
How tall is she?
She's a halfling. She's small.
Halflings, aren't they normal size?
Oh, they're like 3 feet tall.
They're like Bilbo Baggins.
Yeah,
They're
they're
about
like
half
hobbit size. They're like
a
3 feet tall.
humanoid.
Holy
would
shit,
say
they
some-
are only about 3 feet tall and weigh only
some would
about 40
say-
pounds.
Some would say they're a
Yes.
halfling. But
Yes.
who am I to judge?
So she tiny and she's clearly kind of nervous about all of this, but is putting on her brave face mostly.
Well,
And she is small. She is of Yeating size and weight.
Yeeting size?
She is small enough that she can be thrown, likely, by her teammates. I wouldn't doubt it.
Alright. Are you guys ready to get to the nighttime? I'll let you put you guys outside. Unless there's anything
If
else
we have any
preparations you guys
shift.
want to do. We're just kind of talking about other stuff, so I wasn't sure.
Marble would like to, outside of the front door, in front of the steps,
Hmm.
mold the earth in front of the steps so that they are difficult terrain with
Ooh.
like rocky spikes to
Mhm.
prevent the creatures from trying to enter the house.
Okay, that's cool.
And that's just a cantrip, so that
That's not concentration or
uh,
anything, right?
No.
Okay.
So yeah. Perfect. Yep.
Cool. Are you? So whereabouts are you? Liza's by the stairs, on the ground. Or where are people laid out there?
I think Rua is gonna stay just a couple feet in front of everybody so she has a chance to maybe try to talk to this thing, because who knows? Maybe it can speak.
Yeah,
Because
Liza's
who
probably-
doesn't want to speak to the demonic dog?
Yeah, Liza's gonna hang back by the stairs, at least for now.
Yeah. Marble
Kind
will
of
hang back by
pacing a
Liza.
little bit.
Okay. So are we ready for nightfall?
Yep.
Alright, I have a little thing to read then. As the sun begins to set, the mist starts to gather in thicker and thicker strands until it fills the air with writhing, twisting shapes and shadows. As the very last rays of light disappear behind the moors, a patch of drifting whiteness seems to billow outward, and suddenly a fierce howl fills the air. Out of the shadows steps a huge dog, wreathing, wreathered in flickering fire that fills the mist with dirty orange glow. Behind it, 4 smaller shapes seem to coalesce from the darkness itself, smaller versions of the hound, but no less fierce. Slowly the pack begins to pad its way towards the manor house.
I want to try to maybe speak to the largest one in the infernal language. Because it's the language of demons.
I mean, yeah, you guys can do whatever you want. It's just a matter of let me know what you're gonna do.
I want to ask it why it's there and why it's brought others.
It looks at you kind of quizzically, and it's looking at the house, and you see like it start to have like this dripping fire starting to come out from its mouth. It's grinning, like evil looking. It's like. As it's just moving closer.
We're not letting you into this house.
It goes. For reference, for those at home, it can't speak, so it's just making sounds like I picture a hellhound would make as it's like dripping globs of fire from its mouth.
Yeah, we hate it. Thanks.
Yeah, I didn't vocalize it, but yes, the noises are uncomfortable.
As the hound is getting closer and closer to Rua, who's I'm assuming if you guys were making like a triangle away from the house, Rua's the furthest from the house with Marble and Lisa kind of behind her, right?
Yeah.
The you see that the 4 shadows are kind of 2 on one side, 2 on the other side are trying to start to get around the sides of you guys. As you guys are in front of the stairs.
I'm gonna take up my short sword.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, like, get ready. As it's coming closer. To show it, I mean business.
It appears you weren't able to communicate.
Nope!
Alright, then a fight it is.
Yeah.
Fight we shall.
It grins and goes. Let's all roll initiative.
Yep, I hate it. Thank you.
It makes me as uneasy as a hellhound.
11
That's
for
fair.
me. It makes
6
me
for Marble.
uncomfy.
21.
21.
A
All right, this here is the Hellhound. 10. And this is for the Mist Hounds. Buy it.
Are you just doing them all at once, or?
No, here's the Mist Hound. Mist Hound's got 13. And there's already a predetermined number for the wife if she helps you. So we're gonna use that.
cool.
Alright, Liza gets to go first.
Boy. So keep some distance. And try and cast a Sacred Flame. Hopefully at the nearest Mist Hound, anyway.
The
Actually,
closest Mystic idea.
yep. So, within range, target must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 1d8 radiant damage.
What type of check?
Dexterity.
Dex check.
Dex. Okay. A little shadowy friend over there got 13.
Yeah, I believe that dodges because it says Dex 9. So,
Gotcha. Okay. Wife's gonna go from up in the banister. Up top by where the study is. She's gonna come out of the window with a crossbow. And is gonna try to shoot down at the Hellhound. Well, she got a 23, so she wasn't kidding about being able to hit pretty well. Hits the Hellhound for 6 damage. Piercing.
not bad.
Nice. Okay. After that goes the Mist Hounds. Alright, so the one that tried to go for Liza is going to come on over towards it. And go running towards it. Next one's going to go running over towards Rua. And the other two on the right side are going to go running towards Marble. Alright.
I'm ready.
Liza, do your attack on you first.
Alright.
The attack on you is going to be plus... is going to try to bite you.
Okay.
For everybody, if these bite attacks go through, I will need a strength save, just to make that clear for everybody. 14 on Liza.
Yep, that's gonna hit.
Alright, I'm gonna need a strength save while I roll for the damage.
Okay.
That's 7 piercing.
Ow.
You succeed on the save just fine, but you took 7 piercing? God. Like, this thing, like,
Ouch.
materialized in the mist and then came out on the side of you and just got a clean bite right into, like, your shoulder part of your... What's your character wearing? Armor, cloth?
Cloth.
Cloth? Gosh, yeah. Bite right in there.
Yeah. She lets out a yelp and kind of flinches at the bite, at least.
Gosh, yeah. I'm so used to playing with like newer people. How much HP does like everyone have? Like their max?
22.
Liza has 18 and no armor. This is gonna be fun.
Marble has 23 HP.
Gotcha. All right, Rua, there's a bite on you.
Okay.
17.
Yep.
I'm gonna need that strength save while I roll damage.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So you got a 7, and you're gonna take 5 piercing, and because
Okay.
you got a 7, it's gonna come up and it's gonna leap at you and bite in your shoulders, and you're gonna be knocked prone. Now, Marble.
What's that do?
Prone.
What is-
Yep. I'll read you quick. Prone does. A prone creature's movement, the only option is for you to crawl. Unless you stand up and thereby they'll end the condition. The creature has disadvantage on attack rolls while you're prone. So if you try to make an attack while you're lying on your back prone, you're on disadvantage. An attack roll against you has advantage if the attacker is within 5 feet of you. Otherwise, the attack roll has disadvantage. So if somebody's trying to hit you from not 5 feet, they will have disadvantage.
Okay.
Okay. So for right now, you are on the ground, and if you spend your movement to get up, you're now no longer prone. And now,
Okay.
Marble, you got these 2 shadowy hounds coming at you.
All right. Bring it on.
Here's the first one. 22.
Yeah.
They do have advantage, so 22 is the higher of the 2. And then the second one, dirty 20.
Those will hit, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Give me 2 strength saves.
Great. The first one is a 9, the second one's starting off strong.
Yeah. So you are knocked prone as well. These shadowy masters, and you're gonna take 9 piercing altogether.
Okay.
Alright, Rua, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm definitely gonna spend my movement to get up.
Figured. hope you would, you know.
Yeah, you know. So basically, I can't move anywhere, but I can beat this son of a bitch who attacked me.
Hey, he's right there next to you. He leaped up on you.
Exactly. So I'm gonna try to take him with my short sword. Does a nat 20 plus a 5 hit?
Yes it does.
Okay. Alright. I see how it is. Okay. So it's gonna be 1d6 plus that plus 5. 14.
Oh yeah, it's gone. You want to describe how you take it out?
I'm gonna stab it in the neck with the sword and just, stab and pull the sword out.
Nice. It goes like a poof, and you hear like a as it just fades out into nothing. Into like the mist that's around you guys.
Okay.
Alright. The hound. The hound is gonna come on up to the group here, and you're gonna see that it's been dripping this fire, and it's just gonna bend its head back and go and just do this breath of fire on the group. And a 15-foot cone. So,
Oh.
my luxurious players, I'm gonna need all of you to give me a dex saving throw.
Wonderful.
I do have a plus 5 to that, so.
Marble gets a 14. From the ground.
I have a 21.
11.
Okay, so I want to see something quick. Did you guys see that roll I just did? I don't think so, right? Cool.
No.
Okay. So, if you got... Okay, so being right up in the front there, Rua, you're going to take the full blast. This thing lying its mouth up at you, right? It was laughing and like maniacally laughing as it was moving towards you. and it just blasts its breath right at you. The other two people are going to take half this damage. But Ruah, you're taking this full.
Okay.
This is how much fire damage you're going to take. 19.
I'm dead.
Oh? Are you down?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh
She only
boy.
had like 20 HP.
I thought she had like 24, 25, something. You know?
Oh,
No,
22.
I had the max with 23.
There it is. She had 22, second best. Second best. So with this fire breath, you just go down. And other people, you guys are going to take 8,
Nope.
9.
Mar-
9.
Marble's earthy skin makes him resistant to fire.
Well, that doesn't make sense.
Taking 9 damage.
Yes.
So,
Boy, I have
And Ruah drops from this breath of fire from this creature.
2 health.
2 health?
We vibing.
That's right.
This is fine. Everything's
Marble, go ahead.
All right, let's see what's. So surviving the blast, Marble will get up from the ground and let out an earth tremor in a 10-foot area around the beasts that have attacked him,
Okay.
and have them make a dex save.
All right, here's the first one. 15. Here's the second one. 8.
All right, the first one passes and will take half. The second one fails and will take the full
All right, let's see it.
brunt of this. I'm gonna do it on D20 because it has a button for it now.
Cool.
So
D20. Roll 20?
roll. The D&D Beyond has.
Oh, D&D Beyond. Gotcha.
So it is 2d6 dice, and it was 7 damage.
Okay. Both of these ghostly hounds are gonna go poof. You want to describe how you take them out? Oh wait, hang on. One takes half, right?
Correct.
Okay. The one that took the full is gone. Other one is barely hanging on.
Okay. So a bunch of loose earth and stone erupts from the ground, stabbing into the hounds, as one is completely dissipated, while the other one is mortally wounded.
All right. Beautiful. Beautiful. Back to the top. Liza.
Oh boy. Probably should do some healing.
Yeah, so are you 2 levels in monk, you said?
2 in monk, 1 in cleric.
Okay, so you have some key points too. You get to do fun monk things with that.
I don't know what any of those are because I've not played before.
Yeah.
I did see something about that.
They're on there for like flurry of
are.
blows and stuff. Check out. There's ways to use your key if you for combat reasons, not for like healing.
Yes. I'm the only one with healing on the team, correct?
Yep. I got that AoE though.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have like DPS, but
How much damage did the Mist Hound take? Last attack that knocked it out.
From Earth Tremor?
Yes.
4 or 5, I believe. Or no,
Okay.
3. Was it 3?
3.
DM? Yeah.
And the one that was killed took what, 7?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm actually gonna smack the nearest one with my quarterstaff. Hope that does it in. Will 10 hit it?
A 10 does not hit it.
Okay. Oops.
Okay, I'm still dead.
The wife is going to try to shoot down at the injured one by Marble.
Yeah, take it out.
She gets a 17, yeah. The hound, the misty hound there is going to take 5 piercing, and that one's gone as well by Marble. Marble is now free of doggos. It is
Nice.
Rua's turn. Rua, I'm
Don't
going to
worry,
need a
Rua.
death save.
Yeah, Rua's gonna need a death save. Yep. All right, let's see.
12, that's a success. 1 of 3. Doggo,
Yay.
Doggo's gonna run. The hound's gonna run around Rua and go over towards Marble and try to get a bite in.
It's not gonna work.
What? You broke out there.
Oh, it's not gonna work.
Dirty 20.
I guess that'll. When you get a +5, yeah.
I'm gonna take 9 piercing.
Nice.
How are you holding up?
Critically bloody.
Oh, well, that's not fantastic.
No, it is not.
And 1 fire damage.
I'm resistant, so
Oh,
0.
all right.
And that saved my life.
Why were you at 1?
Yep.
Oh my
I'm
god.
out.
Oh god.
This is great. All right, Marble, it's your turn. Oh no, I skipped the Misty Boy by Liza. Liza, Misty Boy by you going to try to get that bite off. Do you realize I don't think an enemy has missed yet, like to hit somebody? Just want to point
I
that
can
out there.
promise you they haven't.
I just want to point that out.
They haven't.
But we've missed a few. Yeah.
6
Oh,
on the
shit,
missed
yeah,
hound
I'm
by
getting
Liza.
hit. Wow.
It
I survived.
It jumps by you, and Liza, it miscalculates how big your character's like cloth is that they're wearing. So when they go in to bite her, she's just like bites right through the cloth and makes no flesh contact.
Cool.
All right, now to Marble.
Uh. So I describe what I'm looking at.
Yep. So you have this fleshy, burning dog-looking creature in front of you. It is like a medium-looking fiend of a dog. So it's like it's not dripping any more fire after its breath, but it's like flames. You can just feel the heat coming off from its mouth. And it's not that injured. It's only gotten hurt by 1 bolt from an arrow. And that's driving at you, jumping at you in this mist. And you also can see through the mist just barely your compadre Rua's on the ground from taking the full blast from this fire. Meanwhile, Liza's got to deal with his own shadowy mastiff dog buyer. A mist hound, I'm sorry, with his own other mist hound buyer. So, that is what you see.
All right. So in the 5-foot cube in front of me,
Yep.
that is underneath this hellhound, a swirling mess of sand and gravel is gonna erupt, and it will resemble what is called a dust devil.
Ooh.
And any creature that ends its turn within that space must make a strength saving throw, and if it fails, takes damage and is pushed away. So that is gonna appear beneath this beast, and Marble will try to back up into the spiky terrain, which he can pass through with ease.
Okay. Are you provoking opportunity then? Running away from the wolf?
I suppose it would.
Or do you want to stay by it?
No, I gotta back up.
Okay, so if it ends its turn in the fire, you said, it'll take the damage? Or is it starts its turn?
When it ends its turn.
Okay, is there any penalty for moving out of it? I'm sorry.
From it? Like if it moves out?
If the Hellhound moves out of the Dust Devil's radius, will it take damage? Like if it was to chase you, right? Would it take damage from leaving the Dust Devil area?
I don't get why it ends its turn because I'm casting it. But
Any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet of the Dust Devil must make a strength saving throw. On a failed save, the creature takes 1d8 bludgeoning and is pushed 10 feet away. A successful save, the creature takes half as much damage and isn't pushed. As a bonus action, you can move it up to 30 feet in any direction. If it moves over sand, dust, loose dirt, or small gravel, it sucks up the material to form a 10-foot radius cloud of debris around itself that lasts until the start. It lasts until the start of your next turn. Right? Okay, so it's just for one turn it's there? No, it's there for a minute. Weird.
I'm definitely backing up. And whether I do a bonus action, I'll handle after.
Okay, so the dog or the Hellhound will get a chance of trying to bite at you because you're choosing to run away from it.
Yeah.
Okay. $18.
Fuck. Yeah, that hits.
Alright, I think it's safe to say you just drop.
Yep.
Okay,
It's still in the Dust Devil, so.
it is. Yeah. So as you start to turn on hightail, it just goes bites right into your leg there, and you just drop. Alright, those marbles turn. Liza.
Alright, should at least help spare the dying. Touch a living creature that has 0 hit points. The creature becomes stable. The spell has no effect on undead or constructs. Use that on my buddy Marble here.
Okay.
You are not within 5 feet of me.
I can.
So you just
skip-
remain unconscious even though you have 0 HP. You don't make death saves. You stop being stable and start making death saves again. If you take any damage, a stable creature isn't healed. Regains 1 hit points after 1d4 hours. Let people know it's stabilizing. Are you moving closer, Liza, or no?
It's a touch, so I would have to. But would that open up a chance for the dog to attack me?
Yes, because you'd be moving out of its range. Kind of like how Marble
Oh.
tried to run from the other doggo.
Oh, does that mean Dust Devil goes away? Because it's concentration?
And you fall unconscious.
Hey, this
We are all fucking up today.
I was just curious, between me and everybody here listening, why did you run away?
Because I was at 1 HP and I was hoping it wouldn't hit my armor.
But then couldn't it just follow you up the stairs? Question mark.
If it would have to go through difficult terrain, whereas I can pass through easily.
Okay.
Well, fuck,
Mm.
that turn was a bust.
Just
And no,
sad.
Katie, your character can't reach me without opportunity.
and I don't have a good.
So do you have faith?
Okay.
Now, keep in mind, as a monk, you have your key points. You can do Flurry of Blows. You can get the dodge action as a bonus action. You can do Unrelenting Strikes, which is just adding a d4 to attacks to try to hit them. You know, like you have options there as being a monk.
True. Yes.
But you could try to take out the Misty. You could try to do some with your buds. It's up to you. How healthy are you looking, out of curiosity?
I think I have like 2 health.
Nice.
2 health.
So, if we all die,
So much for this.
Yeah. When they're doing 8 damage in one turn,
one
it
hell of an
fucking hurts.
episode.
And to be fair, like, they only one missed. Meanwhile, you guys missed like 4 or 5 times. Why is it when we do one shots, the enemies are always so much better than the players? When we do the campaigns, it's like the opposite.
I feel called out.
Yeah, come on. What are you doing, Charlie?
Fuck you, man.
Let's see. After you take the attack action on your turn, spend 1 key point to make 2 unarmed strikes as a bonus. So, I'm gonna try and whack this thing with my quarterstaff, and then as an extra,
Just
we're
so
gonna use
I know,
Flurry of
this thing
Blows.
is the Mist Hound?
Just fucking wail on it until it is dead.
The Mist
And-
Hound?
Yes,
Okay.
because I can't get away from it otherwise. So, do I whack it with my quarterstaff?
18 whacks with the quarterstaff. I'll let you roll damage for that first.
Okay, cool. Let's see, quarterstaffs.
Six damage. It's gone.
Okay, cool. Alright, and so I don't have to use a bonus action unless I can use a bonus action to scooch to heal.
Oh, I mean, you can move, but I don't think there's any healing bonus actions that you have access
Yeah.
to right now.
Alright.
I mean, you can go over and try to flurry of blows on the hound if you want. Or right now you are out of its range, you could just yeet and run, maybe try to distract the hound or something. Up to you.
Or you could heal maybe one of us.
We just said she can't do
can't.
that, Sky. We just said
No,
it.
I meant move to heal.
What? Move to
Move
heal.
to
Like,
heal.
move the space now so that next
Yeah,
turn.
so next turn she can heal.
Like,
Can I?
if-
Oh yeah, it's up
stay
to whatever
out of
you
its-
want to do.
Well, if I stay here next turn, can I move and then heal or no?
I mean,
So,
yeah, you can move and go wherever you want whenever. It's just if you move
Cool.
out of the range of him, he gets a free try to hit you. That's all.
yeah. So if I stay here, I'm out of his range, correct?
Stay right there. You're out of its range. Nothing is stopping it from walking closer to you.
You are the only person left.
Yeah.
plus
just
the
kinda-
crossbow lady, but
Yeah, but he can't get the crossbow lady.
So, Liza, what would you like to do?
Yes. So
Do you move over and get your bonus action? How much damage does Flurry of Blows?
a flurry of blows. I think it's 2 unarmed strikes.
Okay.
So that would be 2 D4s plus 3. Well, actually, I think it doubles it. Right? I think it takes the same one twice. I'm like trying to read this over, but there's nothing I can do.
Flurry
right
of
now to
Blows.
heal
Immediately
anyone.
after you take the attack action on your turn, you can spend 1 key point to make 2 unarmed strikes as a bonus action. Or you could spend a key point to take the dodge action as a bonus action on your turn. Or you could spend 1 key point to take the disengage or dash action as a bonus action on your turn. And your jump distance is doubled for the turn. So
Yes, 'cause
literally,
I
if you
have-
wanted to yeet out and just try to whistle and call it away, you could attempt at that too. Or you could do whatever. Are you going up the stairs? I think that's what I see you doing.
Sure, getting up the stairs and away from it might be good, though I can't exactly go into the manor either. Would like heading up to the stairs keep me out of its range at least?
difficult terrain costs half your movement. But it's only like 2 steps, so it's not that big.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll head onto the stairs, take up more defensive position.
High ground.
Yes.
Okay. She's gonna try to shoot the hellhound.
Good. End it.
13. Not hit the hellhound. Rua, I need a save.
Mm-hmm. That fail.
9, that's a fail.
Great.
Hound is gonna go moving up towards Liza. Gotta take a bite into Liza. $13. Liza. Does the 13 hit you?
13. Yep.
I'm confused. So as a monk you have not even leather armor you don't have. Or a
No, I think
cleric you
the-
don't have?
Didn't give me any armor with my starting stuff, no. It would have.
Oh, well, you're not proficient with any armor, I suppose. Okay. I didn't know if taking a level in cleric, like, gave you that. But I don't know.
You know, it doesn't give me any armor to equip, because usually it does. No, it didn't. Either way, I'm dead. Just due to whatever's added on.
With you dropping down, you're gonna hear, as your vision's going all foggy and you're dropping down, you're gonna hear, coming through the mist, a whistle sound. And as your head's there laying there and you're just seeing through the days, you see that the hellhound goes running back through the mist towards the gate. And it disappears out of sight. As it all goes black, Liza.
Alright.
You three are that are laying there on the ground. I'm gonna need everybody to give me a save.
I need a save even though I'm just unconscious.
Oh no, you're fine. You're right. You're fine. You're just unconscious. Wait, how are you just unconscious?
Did that not happen?
What, the spare the
No.
dying? No.
Okay.
So, spare dying didn't happen.
One pass from Katie. One pass from Sky. Liza and Rua still have another success. Marble. A fail.
8.
Okay.
Oh,
Another roll? Question mark? Why are people still rolling it? What's going
Oh.
on? I only
Okay.
asked for ones. What are people doing? I'm just curious.
Okay.
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 I'm just clicking the button.
So, Rua, how many saves and fails do you have?
2 saves, 1 fail.
Okay. So, to illustrate for the players, the listeners, on what's going on in the world, because obviously the players are all down right now. You hear
Hey.
you hear locks a bunch of doors as the lady comes out and she starts to cast very faint healing magic on you three. You all are back up with 5 health.
Nice. Well, that was a goddamn disaster.
Just a bit.
You guys, with your passive perceptions, are going to hear a very faint douche coming from the upstairs open window of the study.
What?
You hear like a very faint, like thwack, thud sound.
We should run in, but make sure we lock the doors.
Probably.
This voice gonna go, I'm so sorry about all this that you all got. What was that? Well, quick, let's all we all better head inside then.
Yep.
What's our HP now?
Everyone has
5.
5.
Great. Let's go follow that ominous thud while we're all about to die.
But make sure we lock the door before we start running up the stairs.
Don't worry, the spikes still stay there.
Doesn't matter.
Do they?
I'm just-
Even if you're unconscious? I didn't
Yeah.
know. Okay, cool.
It's not concentration. It's
It's a what?
It's a cantrip.
Oh,
it's 1
cantrip.
hour.
Gotcha. Cool. All right. As you guys go up to the study, Katrin opens the door first, and you just hear her go, "Ah!" as she sees her husband's is facing down, unconscious, and the open window is like blowing where the curtains were.
Is he dead?
Oh, no.
So he's laying there unconscious. If anybody would like to give a medicine check on him, they certainly can.
I will.
Go for it.
I mean, I don't have good
Check-
medicine, but I'll try.
I mean,
Check
we
this man's
not like
pulse.
we have a cleric, but I got you.
No, I could just spare the dying.
You want to spare the dying?
Yeah, just it's a cantrip, so tap tap spare the dying.
Tap tap. So yeah, so he's now stabilized,
Yay.
but he's still unconscious, right?
Yes.
So he's.
Can we wake him up?
How would you like to wake him up?
Get no summer bleed, y'all. You ain't got no sleep because of me.
Is that what your character is chanting as they're dancing around above this man?
While
Who you were
banging
giving
concert bands together.
who you were giving so much lip to earlier. You're never seen to sing and dance like the Macarena up above him to wake this man up.
You know what? Shits and giggles? Sure!
There you go.
Do I need a performance check to see how good I do?
Sure, let's see it.
Let's see how bad it is.
Nat
Zero.
1 minus 1 for a 0. Wow.
Might as well.
Holy crap. I could just picture this, right? Rua, who's just unconscious for like quite some time, right? Before this lady comes out to start healing you guys. Lacking blood flow to her brain, gets up, wobbles up the stairs, is like stumbling, tripping, going up these stairs, goes up, sees that their compadre who hired them's on the ground, who she was giving so much lip to earlier, is passed out. Lisa, being the good cleric monk, goes over, heals him up, and you just look up and you just see Rua doing this dance that doesn't look remotely. It's like, guys, look, I'm doing the Macarena. This is so out of it. She's like wobbling on one leg, standing on one leg, hopping around like a bird in some parts. She's like, guys, look! The Macarena!
I'm doing great!
Doing great! Wow! How does Marble react to all this?
I don't know how you
What?
want me to react.
Oh, I don't. I'm just genuinely curious of, like, obviously Liza's going in healing, Rua's doing the dance. What's your reaction like to this, you know? Doesn't have to be to what Rua's doing, just what the whole situation is.
I'm curious about the knock. Was that on the window?
It sounded like it came from inside the study. When everybody was downstairs. So he's starting to come to, Athon is. He goes, oh, my head. And he goes,
Was that loud noise from you falling?
He goes, it might have been. Last thing I remember is, Barry was bringing in some tea, and then I was hit hard across the back of my head. I guess I fell. Where's our son?
Oh my god.
Mm.
Great. Son's
Couldn't
taken.
tell you.
Where's Henry?
We don't know.
Please, can you help us find our son? I know that's a lot to ask of you. I'm sorry.
I mean,
of
we can
course.
certainly try.
So it gives a nervous nod.
And he goes, "Stay here. I don't. You all seem like you've been through the ringer out there. Hang on." And he comes back and he gives you guys these like potion bottles that have been passed down to the family to restore you guys up to full. He goes. I don't know what you saw out there because I was busy in here, but I'm assuming by the looks of everybody, you went through it.
Yeah.
Just
We
a
fought
bit.
hellhounds, yes.
How, if you don't mind me asking, how successful were you?
We barely got a
Not
hit
very, we're here.
on the
Well-
hellhound itself. There were
well-
some shadow hounds and all, but those ones we took care of, but not the hellhound itself. We didn't get that far.
He goes, I see. Is it still outside?
No,
No.
someone whistled from likely beyond the gate somewhere and called it back.
He goes,
That was the last thing I saw before I lost consciousness.
Jeez. All right. Well, oh, jeez. We can go out and help you try to follow footprints to where Barry could have went off to if you want, if you're up for the task. Oh, he's kind of like really holding his head from getting hit hard.
You sit down. Considering you might have a concussion or something, you were hit pretty hard.
He goes, all right. I'll take a rest here.
Okay, we'll go look for him.
Wife goes, Are you three all right going out by yourselves?
I mean, what choice do we have?
I
You
mean,
may need a moment to rest, though.
she goes, I could go with you. I'm not the strongest, but unless you'd like me to stay here, I'm not sure what I should be doing right now. And she starts to get a little teary-eyed.
Well, maybe you should also rest. You know. Since
Takes out
you've
like a-
obviously gone through a lot.
Takes out the handkerchief and goes, "Oh, okay. Good luck." She starts to kind of like get like choked up, crying in her voice. She's trying to stay strong, but her son just got kidnapped.
Be strong. Let us go look for tracks out by the front gate. See if we can find where your son was taken.
We'll find him, don't worry.
Rose, thank you all so much. Is that where the group heads to?
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
Alrighty, gang. What would you like to do?
Well. Question, was that hellhound undead?
I'm trying to understand who you're asking.
You.
You praying to your god?
Yes, Ryan, I'm praying to my goddamn god. Was the hellhound undead?
From what you're able to see, no. Doesn't mean it's
Okay.
not.
Can I make a history check to see if it is?
That sounds a lot better. Or let me know on how or why you think your character would be good enough to make a history or some sort of check related. Because like anybody
Because-
can do anything, but if you can like justify it, that
Yes.
help.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm a blood hunters they're essentially monster hunters, so they would know a lot about different creatures.
Mhm.
Plus, I'm also a haunted one, So I know some because obviously I know the infernal language. I know demons.
Okay,
So I would feel that I might know something.
that's fair. Let's see.
Honey.
Yeah, from what you're able to tell, no. If anything, you're like, no, those are definitely fiends. Those are not undead.
They're fiends?
Yes.
Well, good. Alright. Because I still get advantage to rolls on anything with that. Okay.
An evil spirit or
Perfect.
demon fiend.
Yep, okay. Alright.
Alright, so you guys are outside. What do people want to do?
I want to check for tracks.
Where do you
Great
want to
idea.
check for tracks?
Like right outside of the gate.
You want to go outside the gate? Okay.
Yes. Alright.
Like, did you want to go by where, like, the doors were apart? Do you want to go around to different parts of the gate where... Gate encompasses the whole house. That's why I was just curious where you're...
No, I want to go to the front of the gate where it's open. Where apparently Katie's character had heard the whistle.
Yes. Okay.
So that is a
Survival.
okay, and I have advantage. Because it is a fiend. Alright. So that's a 13.
You get
That's
advantage
11.
to tracking them, too?
Yeah.
Ooh.
To any survival, religion, nature, investigation, history, or arcana checks.
That's
It's
cool.
so much.
And like I said, like, I don't know, so that's awesome to know. Cool.
Yeah. So it's so I have advantage to like basically track Fae, fiends, or undead. It's part of Hunter's Bane.
There you go.
It's a feature.
Cool.
Yep.
Yeah, so you were definitely able to see the tracks. If anything, the tracks lead to that, in the direction towards that other stone structure you saw when you guys came in.
I'm gonna yell to the group that I found the tracks. Hey guys, I found the tracks! You wanna follow them?
Yes,
Ava
we must make
looks
haste.
over. Yep. She rejoins the rest of the group and follows with them.
Alrighty, as you guys follow the tracks, it leads you guys to this here. I got a little reading here for you.
Okay.
The gray stone of the Cabell family's home looms out like the mist like an iceberg. Roughly constructed, the only signs of ornamentation you can see is the words Cabell engraved deeply over the huge doors. That slab-like door is ajar, and through the gap you can see the flickering lights of a flame.
So is this a tomb?
Yeah. I don't know if you're speaking out loud or if you're talking to somebody. Or... a little bit of both. I don't know.
Yep, a little bit of both.
Can I analyze the structure? Not like analyze, but inspect the structure to know if I could tell how old the stone of it, like how long ago it would have been built.
For sure. Yeah, because your guy knows all about stone and stuff. Like, that's his literal thing. For sure.
I got Mason can tell
What?
that stuff.
And can I tell if there's been any magic around? With an arcana check?
You can do an arcana.
Like, maybe if the Hellhound is spewing his stupid fire magic everywhere.
Do you want to give me a perception then? To see,
Okay.
like, if you see it? Okay.
When you use tools, is that just like an advantage to the roll?
Correct.
Kind of thing? Okay.
Or I think maybe add your
7.
proficiency bonus if you're proficient with those tools.
Okay.
7, so yeah, you have no idea. If anything, you're
Yep.
like, well, there's definitely some sort of fire or light coming from inside, but I don't know what that is.
Did you say advantage or no advantage?
We can just do a quick ruling because I'm not 100% sure and say you get it, yeah. What tools are you using?
Masonry. Look at the like the designs of the stone and the wear and tear on it.
What's your,
like check-
wait, masonry you said?
Yeah, mason's tools.
Okay, yeah.
So 10, I suppose. Gentleman's 10.
It gives you proficiency with the tool, allows you to add your proficiency bonus to any ability check made using the tool. Looked it up there.
Okay, so yeah, 10.
10? Okay. With a 10, you're definitely like, well, they definitely weren't made this century. That's all you can tell. Like, so they look old.
It appears that these could be of some sort.
Could be what? I'm sorry, you're cutting out.
Could be ruins of some sort.
And from what you're able to tell, the building is about a 35 by 35 feet block above the ground here.
Okay, so perhaps there's a way down into this structure.
Maybe. Maybe this is where the deal was set, maybe?
Should we try to enter?
We can certainly try.
Yes.
Alrighty. Who's first? What's the walk in order? Just curious.
I'll go first if nobody else wants to.
I really don't.
All right.
I shouldn't be first, seeing as I'm squishy.
But you hit like a truck, glass cannon.
Eventually.
Yeah. I will check the front door gate. Is it stone? Is it metal? What is it?
There are 2 stone slabs, like I said.
2 stone slabs.
One is slightly ajar, and you're seeing light coming through it.
All right. I'll try to move it. Open it up.
Alright, as you open it up, our friend from earlier is going to try to get a bite attack on you. Hellhound was waiting inside for you.
Nice.
Nice.
Don't worry, guys. I'll take it.
22. Why are they why are they literally doing so well?
Because they hate us.
You're gonna take 7 damage altogether.
Well, all right. I'm down again.
You guys fully healed, what do you mean?
Fully
Oh,
healed! What
sorry. I
the?
thought I was still.
I know you
fuck
have
are you
selective
talking
hear
about?
in here.
Sorry.
I mean, having to repeat things like 3 times.
Oh god.
Not just that,
Right.
but stone
We
slabs in the
used the
part
potion.
earlier. Ugh,
My bad.
it's okay.
I didn't know if there was a lock. That's what I meant by the door. First of all.
Oh, when I heard you just pushed it, like you're like, I'm just gonna push it open. I was like, oh, okay.
Because you said you didn't indicate there was a lock.
I said it was ajar! Twice! Means it's open, with light coming through. That's okay.
Can I try to attack this bastard?
Oh, yeah, we can all
Walk
roll
up?
initiative now. Roll.
Yeah. Also, I can't move my character.
Oh, yeah, hang on.
Ha! Fuck. 4 with a nat 1. Because they're doing so well.
Just gotta add the insult to injury, you know? It's great.
Mmm.
13.
Alright. It's gonna get 13. but your mod's better. So you will go before it.
Oh, no,
Well,
it's
that
not
is
really.
I'm assuming we'll take the 14, being that's the first of the three
Yeah, that's, I
d20s.
meant to do plus, not roll 3.
So 17. Okay. So you do get to go first.
Cool. Again.
Liza to go, and then Marble, and then Ra.
Why don't you just call me R?
Am I saying it wrong?
Rua?
Ruha. Rua?
Ru.
Sure. Anyway, Liza.
Let's see. Can I get in there and
Oh wow, you all are in there. Like the thing
Yeah.
like pushed open the door and bit it right at Ty, so it's right out in front of everybody.
oh, we're gonna smack it with the quarterstaff. Just try to. Oh, I get to re-roll because of lucky though.
Oh, that's
Aha.
awesome. Because I was gonna say, otherwise that's a fumble chart, my dear. That 11 is not gonna get you there, but it certainly
not
is
a
better
fumble.
than fumbling.
Yes.
All right, Liza. Then it goes Marble, then the big guy, then Rua. Marble.
Alright, so I'm just staring down this hellhound.
Oh yeah. They try to bite at you, and then it's just not paying attention as Liza's trying to get in there. Maybe a little PTSD, trying to swing her stick, getting a little scared to get near it.
Marble will form his stone club from the earth beneath him and try to make a weapon attack. $17 to hit.
That's gonna hit.
Sweet. 4 bludgeoning.
All right. Okay. Next is its turn. I'm gonna try to hit you, Ty, because you tried to hit it, and you were successful. 19.
Yep.
Oh, we're having a great day, guys.
8 altogether.
Alright.
Why is this? I don't understand.
No, it's fine. I'll deal 4, it'll deal 8. Yeah,
Like,
fine.
I didn't even see your 4 come down.
No, because I did it on the
app. Oh, gotcha.
The dice are on D&D Beyond.
All right, Rua. Finally, first time you get to hit this thing.
Amazing. Well, we're gonna try to whack it with the short sword.
All right, let's see you show off here. 23.
23 with a d6 plus 5. 10.
10 damage. Nice. Still up, but definitely looking a lot more hurt than it was earlier. Liza.
Alright, I'm gonna smack it again. Or attempt to smack it again.
Oh, that's a nat 20, Liza. That's a nat 20. What do you?
Okay, that bitch getting whacked.
Assuming you're using the quarterstaff.
Yep, we're gonna
Bink bonk.
bonk. Bonk. So that
12
hits.
damage.
Yep.
God. Yeah, he's still up, but definitely looking way more bloody than he was. when he first was like, he was like, earlier, me and the boys, we took this group out. This time you guys are like beating him up to Kingdom Come here. Alright, Marble.
Alright, let's try to club it again.
How much
Killed.
damage does Club do?
The dice rolls.
Yeah.
1d4 plus 2.
Okay. You
Nat 20.
also rolled a nat 20. Ah!
So 8.
You want to describe to me how you, like, wrecked this hellhound that you guys got all killed with before, and just now you're like, oh yeah.
Well, it
Yeah,
certainly
fuck this guy.
it certainly did a number on Marble's HP, more than half. So, he's gonna take his stone club that he erected from the ground and
Yeah, erected.
shatter this hellhound into a bunch of fiery, shadowy, hellish pieces.
So just like charred pieces of like flesh and intestines go flying around and you just decapitate the guy with your stone club that you brought up out of the ground.
Yes, sir.
It's gone. Just lays there lifeless. The fire goes out all around it. Kind of like if you're resting on your hand above the stove, you can kind of feel its hot, but it doesn't burn you.
Can we loot its corpse?
Sure. Second. Alright, give me a D4. On a 4 you reroll. And everybody here can do that if they want.
I have to reroll. Uno!
Okay. Anybody else like to loot the hellhound? There we go, let's see.
Sure.
Also
1.
Uno. Cool. 3. Okay, so the people that rolled Uno, you guys are both able to harvest half of the hellhound hide. You guys like split it in half for each of you, and it can act as a
Nice.
blanket. And for the 3, for Liza, give me a D8.
Oh boy. 6.
6. You have 6 hellhound teeth.
Oh,
Ew.
You got how many? Yeah, as long as you have 4 of them, they can be crapped into alchemist supplies and be used as a potion for future use. Do you have an alchemist kit at all? I don't know. If you do,
I don't know if I do. I don't think so.
okay. But you just hold on to them and they like feel warm in your hands to touch as you like poke them out of its
Yeah.
mouth there from the
If you
decapitated
want
head.
if you want to give those to me, I have alchemist supplies.
Sure, why not?
Okay.
Cool.
Hand them over.
Can I try to craft them now?
I'd say not right now because I think you guys kind of got to get a kid, but
Okay.
that's been kind of kidnapped. Who knows what's going on, you know?
I'm just saying.
But
All right.
in the future, it definitely
Yeah.
takes some time to make a potion too.
So how many is that?
I have 6 teeth.
6 hellhound teeth that
Yes.
I have to put in my inventory because I have alchemist supplies. Fantastic. That's gross. So
All yours. You wanted them.
yeah. Well,
Did you trade the blanket for the teeth?
do you want the blanket?
I don't quite see a use for it at the current moment.
All right. I'll just keep it. If you want, we can share it.
Sure.
Okay. Cool. So you guys got the looting there, and there's still light coming from inside here. You guys kind of fought this guy out on the front deck there.
Okay.
I'm gonna use a potion of healing.
Okay.
Can we kind of? Is there windows?
No. It is like a stone blocks kind of all around encasing it.
Great. Can we kind of like sort of peer into the thing, see if we can see anything like the door?
Do you have dark vision?
Yes.
You may. I mean, otherwise
I-
I'd say you just wouldn't see very far.
I'm a high elf. Of course, I have dark vision.
I had to ask.
15?
Yeah, you're able to see that there's 4 pillars that are kind of set up here, and
Mhm.
beyond them is steps that lead further down.
Great.
But otherwise, there seems to be nothing else in the room.
Well,
The light's coming from down below the steps.
I will definitely let the others know that there is not really anything in there. Maybe we should check it out.
I guess we can continue on. Is everyone else ready?
Yeah, I mean, do we have any choice? We gotta, as DM said, save a kid.
I suppose we don't, so let us continue.
This is a dark room that we're standing in right now, correct?
That is correct.
For
Yep.
those without dark vision. I would like to create a bonfire of
I can cast light.
Are you human or you're halfling, right?
Yes.
Don't you have dark vision?
I certainly don't. So I'm gonna make a bonfire in the middle of the room so I can see the room.
Okay.
I don't think I have night vision. No, I don't see it listed. Can double check, but I can cast light as well.
Yeah, like this
Don't you
earthy,
have
glowing
Don't you
rock
have like
pops up.
Fey ancestry because you're a halfling? I'm just saying, I don't know. I've never played a halfling.
I've never played a halfling either.
I stick to my elves.
Are there any important features to this room?
I'm gonna say
This room? No. Nope, there's just those 4 pillars that are kind of holding it up, but you do see like that there's the steps that go further down into the darkness. Is everybody like inside of this room here?
I believe so.
Everybody give me a perception now that you guys are here.
9.
I've checked. Halflings do not have night vision. They're one of the very few races that do not.
Oh. Well, that one, you're busy building your fire.
Yep.
Let's see.
Liza?
Yep.
An 8. Yeah, so you guys just can carry on making your bonfire up here. You're good.
All right. Shall we descend into this wind?
I think we should.
Alright. Let's go then.
Mm,
Should I cast light first?
Sure.
Alright.
I mean, you guys can have your little light hovering and I can see fine.
So I'll cast light. And have a nice little orb that kind of hangs around. We can actually see where we're going.
So basically, like mage light in Skyrim.
I don't play Skyrim, so sure.
That's right. That's right. You don't play Skyrim.
play only Nintendo. I am baby.
Are you going first then?
I will go first, yeah.
Alright, and I'll go in the middle.
Alright, let us descend down these stairs.
Okay.
These stairs to hell.
As you guys are going down these stairs,
To hell.
you start to make out more and more of the room. As you're coming down, you reach the bottom of the steps there. And you see that there's just like walls of coffins here. And that are laying the ground. And you see, oh, look, it's Barry at the other end of the room. And this room here is pretty well lit because it's with all the fires going up all around. So you guys can see if you have vision issues.
Okay.
And you see, oh, look, it's Barry. He's currently inscribing stuff on the walls. And,
Oh!
And oh, look,
Oh.
there's baby Harry. He's inside of this design on the ground.
Can we tell what the design on the ground is? Do I have to roll a history check to know?
Sure.
Or an arcana? I don't know which one.
You're a blood hunter. What are you better with? I'll give you the
Arcana.
choice. Sure.
Arcana.
Then do
And
Arcana.
I still have. Is there a demon around?
There is, but it's about demon things, so you can certainly roll with advantage.
Awesome! Alright, so we got a
See, look at
16,
you,
the first
justifying your actions.
nat 20!
Oh yeah, no, that's she's trying to inscribe a portal to hell there. Mm-hmm.
Ah!
Oh boy.
She, as of right now,
Holy shit!
does
Okay.
not notice you guys. Actually, you know what? You guys are down in the room. You did some time to look to try to figure out what this thing is on the ground here. All three of you, give me a stealth. We'll see if she's noticed you.
This motherfucker. I got a 13.
I have naturally stealth. Oh, that I don't know if that helps as much. I don't think so, but
Brian, I love how you were like, oh yeah, that's a portal to hell.
No, you rolled a nat 20, girlie. I mean,
I know.
giving you what you
the
deserve.
way you said it, you're like, oh yeah, that's a portal to hell.
All right, so with the 12s, she just barely hears you guys as you're down here. And she's going to turn and look at you and go, oh, hey. And you're going to see all of a sudden, like, the skin that's on her is going to start to melt away. She's going to become this creature here. I'll describe it. She's going to notice you guys, and she's going to start to transform into this fiendish form, becoming taller, sprouting bat-like wings from her back, while her skin is going to dark into a shade of deep crimson. She goes, hello. Pleasure meeting you all again.
I'm gonna speak to her in the infernal language and be like, I'm assuming you're the demon that's been terrorizing the family.
She goes, why yes, I am. She responds in common so that everybody can hear, even though that you are addressing her in Abyssal. She goes, there's no point in killing me here. You are aware of that.
Well, there is a portal to hell that was inscribed on the wall. You're on your home turf here,
She goes,
obviously.
Oh, yes. But you see, killing me here on the material plane is only a temporary solution. I will simply return and launch another scheme to abduct dear Henry.
and he starts to cry, and she's like, look, now you've made him upset.
Says the demon who goddamn kidnapped him. Really? I think the one who upset him here is not us, but is you.
Well, he was fine until you came down here.
Well, he was fine until you shifted into that bastardized form of yours.
She goes, but I have every right to take him. It says so in the contract.
So,
Would you
that
like-
was 400.
She says, would
That
you
was-
like to see it?
Well, it was 400 years ago. This family has nothing to do with it.
Actually, they do. Here, I'll show you the contract. Sent you guys the contract there?
This contract sets out the terms of a deal made between Richard Cabell, acting in his role as head of the Cabell house, and the devil known as on the material plane as Yeth. Yeth shall ensure that the residence commonly known as Cabell Manor, located 3.5 miles north of Beach Burton,
Mm-hmm.
remains in possession of the Cabell family, which is defined as a family unit containing the legal heir of Richard Cabell for as long as it exists. Yet shall ensure that the Cabell family does not lose possession of the house due to financial or legal hardships. This includes it being rendered as an unsuitable dwelling due to lack of maintenance and/or repairs. While this contract remains in place, any attempt for the Cabell family to sell or otherwise move out of the Cabell Manor shall be considered a breach of contract. In return for this service, while Cabell Manor exists as a recognizable dwelling, Yeth is entitled to transport one member of the Cabell family, as defined above, into the 9 hells on the date shown on this contract and at an interval of every 100 years from that date. Yeth is considered to be the legal owner of her is that chooser?
Chosen.
A chosen family member from the moment it is transported into the 9 hells. Any breach of this contract shall result in the breaching party having their immortal souls confiscated by Asmodeus, Lord of the 9 hells, Richard Cabell, and Yeth.
He says,
As you can see, if you choose to break the contract, I take the souls of everybody in the family.
Well,
So, the only way to stop this is to either allow me to take dear Henry with me, and then I come back the next 100 years, while you all are dead and gone, or break the contract and require the entire family to forfeit their souls. You're allowed to examine it and look at it, but I assure you, finding a loophole won't be possible, she says.
can I try anyway, just because she said that I can't?
I mean, this is like you as character, like real Sky
Yeah.
here. Yeah, what? I mean,
Yeah.
if you guys want to discuss, she's going to turn around and just keep doing your preparations. She says,
I will say, though, if you try to interrupt my chalk drawings or anything, I will attack. Just letting you all know, I'd like to prefer to avoid conflict, if possible, but if I have to get my hands dirty, I will.
turns around and then just keeps working on the walls to inscribe more things. You guys currently are holding the contract.
Well, what do we do? It's not like we can go back to the house. Why the hell would they make a deal with the devil anyway?
Any ideas?
No. Honestly, I have no idea.
You have time to think about it. What would you like to do?
I mean, it's not like we can go up out of here and ask the family.
Ask what?
It's either, like, what to do. Because, obviously, sacrifice their souls or sons taken. There's not enough time to do that.
And I do want to say, too, like, if you can find a loophole around it, that is possible. I mean, the character said no, but it's not. It's basically saying, if you, like, the last part of the contract, right, is the part that I think might be kind of misconstrued with this, right? Any breach of the contract shall result in the breaching party having their mortal souls confiscated by Modius, Lord of the 9 hells, right?
Yes.
A breach.
Mhm.
But if you can still find a loophole around it, that's a potential.
See.
She's not considered to be a legal owner of the family member until he's transported into hell. She can't actually take that child yet.
What if we just rip that section out of the contract and then amend the contract back together? Won't even know it's.
She's not the legal owner. They haven't moved out. It's
Here's
still
what I will
on
do.
hold.
I'm going to start a real life timer for an X amount of time, and that's how long she'll need to finish setting up her inscribing on the
Okay.
walls. We'll do it that way.
Let's take the
Right.
manor and push it somewhere.
That's not no. But she isn't.
Well, I think
like-
it does say something about that manor
north.
specifically, right, or something.
It has
Yes.
to be in the north, right?
Is it north?
I mean, the contract.
No, I know. But was it when we went there?
I would assume.
Huh.
Yes, we're north, guys.
I thought we weren't.
When did we ever hear about a cardinal direction?
I'm gonna be honest, Sky. If there's something about a false cardinal direction, I'm sorry. That
I'm
I
just
honestly
saying.
don't know. If we're going that much into detail on which cardinal direction we're facing, technically, if I look any specific direction from anywhere, it could be kind of north.
My God. Okay. But okay, well, she's not considered the legal owner of the child yet. So honestly, we can just take that fucking kid back. She doesn't own it.
But then the family loses their souls.
She's
Which brings
entitled
me
to
back to my idea.
transport. She's entitled to. Doesn't mean she has to.
But she will.
Not if we take the kid from her. She doesn't own him.
Correct. We will then have the kid, but then the family will die.
If I may say something, because it sounds like we have a little bit of confusion going on. I just want to alleviate some of that. If you break the contract, right? Nowhere in there does it mention if you attack her, if she fights back, if she dies, etc. Right? As long as you don't break that contract, your family souls are fine.
But demons, to my knowledge, are immortal. Ergo, we kill her, the contracts still stay.
I
Yes.
mean, you could ask her. She seems pretty talkable. Like, she doesn't seem like she's... Like, she obviously seems like she just want to fight, right? Like, she's shown. She's more of a talker. So... If you want to ask her questions about certain
She
things,
will
you could.
openly just... Are you immortal? And if we kill you, does the contract still stand?
Yes.
Well, she pretty much said that if you kill her on this plane, she'll
She'll just come
return.
back.
Exactly.
And
will
unless
s-
we're going,
and I do
unless
wanna
we're
s-
going to hell to fight her, which gonna
It's
say
a bad
probably
idea.
I do want to say,
Yeah.
right, so, like, the timer is going. You still have time. Not even partway... Like, you're partway through, but you're not a huge chunk through, or even halfway through your time, right? But once that time is up, if she has... Like, if you do anything to stop her, I will, like, stop her. Because the timer is how much progression she's made onto this drawing to get it all set up to take him there, right?
Yes.
So if you're able to stop her or stall her, then that's less time she has. Alright, I'm going to resume it. I was just me pausing it while I was telling you about that. Been resumed.
I mean, if we do want to go and fight her in hell, possible. And that way she stays dead because she died in her own plane.
Yes, but how are we getting back?
Yeah.
Doesn't
Well, I wouldn't
seem-
think that this portal would be a one-way ticket. I feel like it'd be a two-way.
But if she's the one who created it, upon her defeat, it might just close on us.
Not true. It's chalk.
For
It's complete and utter chalk, so it would stay up.
All right. Well, while we think about an idea, I'm going to expend a sorcerer slot to get a spell slot back.
Okay.
And with that spell, going to cast
Mending.
yes. That's a cantrip. I'm
I
going
know.
to cast Earthen Grip and try to hold her down so that she can no longer cast.
Her?
Oh, God.
Like, so,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh.
Does she have to make a check or anything? How does that work?
Yep, saving throw.
What kind?
Strength.
Did specifically say if we try to stop her, she
yeah, this
will
is just starting a
attack.
fight. I don't
He
think this
already
is
did
the
it.
best-
He already did it.
Here it is. Let's see.
We run out of time and she succeeds, or I hold her down.
we could have
and
we could have taken more time to try and figure out a loophole without a fight.
Well, that's a nat 20. So the rocks come up out of the ground, the stone and things, and they like try to grip her and grab her like hands, I'm assuming. And she
Yep.
just puts one finger down and they just go and blow up and she goes, "Nice try." I did pause it for all that. I'm going to resume it now and she keeps going with the drawing of the chalk.
Oh,
Great.
She goes,
If you try that again or touch dear Henry, then I won't be so nice the next time.
Have her back turned?
"Yes, it is." She's not looking at you guys. She's looking at the wall drawing on the walls. And you guys are still holding the contract to look at it. And
on a
things.
failed save, the tar. Oh, it didn't fail. Fine.
Question.
There's not even a. Are you serious?
Maybe an
What
answer?
What if I go over and try to kind of like sneakily smudge just a tiny, tiny sliver of that pentagram?
Want to give me a stealth?
Enough that she won't actually notice. Alright, so my stealth is +3.
Of course, she gets a nat 20.
Sorry, but at least it's not like an attack or something.
Fuck. Nope.
I mean, you're smudging it, but you're thinking in your head, you're like, from your demon knowledge and stuff you've learned, you're like, I mean, I could smudge this, but in order to make a big difference, she's like, to this design, I'm gonna have to change it, and she's gonna notice a difference. So your little smudge you do, but it just doesn't do anything applicable.
Do anything. Alright.
Sorry that these one-shots have you guys faced all these moral dilemmas, but I think it's kind of cool, an interesting concept of how do we break this contract, or what do we do? There's like a thing in the book of different ways that players could go about breaking it, so.
I mean, there's no way we're gonna persuade her to change the contract because
well, she's in no position herself to change the contract, I don't believe.
no. Wait, yeah, she's the one who signed it.
Huh.
She's the bitch who signed it.
True. But then she'll be
at a disadvantage and won't do it.
that too, yes.
So what if we offer her something better?
Yeah, our souls? Great idea.
Did I suggest our souls? No, I said something better.
That's what she's gonna ask for.
You have about
Honestly.
a quarter of your time left.
Great. So
Unless you
either
do
we
other things of stopping her. Or...
I mean, we can try to fight her in hell.
Or, I mean, here at least to give us more time to think this over.
But that's not gonna... We need to get a permanent solution here. And we let her take the kid. we try to fight her. I guess. Honestly, I think we might as well fight her in hell. Why not go on a little trip? Why not? We already fought a fucking hellhound.
I thought
Why are you
doesn't
electing
like
to
this
go to
idea.
hell?
Well, I am a tortured one, or a haunted one, so I also speak to spirits, so
I think this is just not using our time wisely.
no. But do you have any other suggestions?
I've been looking over the contract trying to figure it out. It also doesn't help that the contract is written in fancy lettering that makes it 10 times harder to actually fucking read.
Sorry.
Cough, cough, at DM, you did this.
Was it
He didn't
me?
make this.
I didn't make this.
Cough, cough.
Sorry. But, you have a little.
What if we just rip out the last section, and then we can breach the contract as we please?
You have a little more than a minute left.
I mean, why not? And try to put it back together? I don't know how we're gonna put it back, but
Mending.
okay. You wanna try it?
What part are you ripping? I paused it for this. Like, if I'm ever talking to you guys, I paused it just so I can understand. And for
The
the
very
viewers,
last section where it says that if we try to breach the contract, then the family loses their soul. Rip that out, and then we're allowed to breach it. However, we can just take the baby and go.
are you ripping off the sign names as well?
Nope.
They're gonna mend it.
Can you tell me what I'm very excited for this. I think this is a cool idea. Can you tell me what mending does? Because there is a thing here for if the contract gets destroyed, it rips. So that's what I need to know what mending does.
It repairs a single break or tear in an object you touch. As long as the break or tear is no larger than 1 foot in any dimension, you mend it, leaving no trace of the damage. The spell can physically repair a magic item or construct, but the spell can't restore magic to such an object. So, like, if I break a wand, I can't put the magic back in.
Mm-hmm.
But
And
this
obviously
is just a piece of paper.
A contract's not gonna be a foot long.
Nope.
Nope.
So if we rip out that last section, mend
the
it back
two-
together,
Put
We
the
can-
2 pieces together.
take the baby, and walk away without any consequences.
Alright, here's what's gonna happen. She is almost done drawing. Who is gonna be a part of doing this?
Well, I have to mend it.
I'm gonna
Is mending
I'm
a
gonna-
vocal spell?
I think I'm gonna be in front of him, like, kinda maybe trying to protect him. Maybe have my sword kinda slightly ready.
I guess.
Someone's got to get the baby.
I will be ready.
Okay,
I
if
will be
everyone's
ready.
involved, I am gonna probably need stealth checks to see if she notices y'all doing this. Because obviously she said if you do anything again, I'm coming at you, so.
All right.
I am
Well,
all, like,
then
I am
pass without
excited
trace.
and I am for this. Oh, are you doing that?
Are we all
On
doing
the
stealth
party.
checks then?
What are people doing is the question.
I'm gonna be ready to grab the fucking baby once this contract is over.
I'm gonna eat this kid so hard.
I'm ready to attack this bitch if she comes at us.
We all can pass without trace, so that we get advantage. We get a bonus to stealth checks. We grab the baby, mend the contract, get out of here.
Okay.
I could have sworn in the back of my head I heard we mended the baby, we rip out the contract,
Close.
we
But no.
stitched the child to the ground. It
I
ain't.
don't
It
think
ain't.
that's any of what was said.
It ain't
No.
leaving this earth if I gotta say about it. Let me tell you.
Okay. Well, so what's the plus to our dex or our stealth? Because obviously we're still doing stealth checks.
Plus 10 to check.
Okay.
I want to see.
Great.
Does pass without trace require talking?
require talking. It
To
requires
cast the spell.
concentration. So mend the contract, pass without trace. You guys grab the baby, get the hell out of here.
How do you know pass without trace?
Because he's a
It's
fucking
Merge with
Ganassi.
stone. It allows me to cast. It allows me to cast pass without trace once rest.
Okay, because it says classes are druid and ranger, so I was very confused because I was like, you are neither.
It's
But-
a Earth Ganassi feature.
Ah.
I see.
I can only use it once, and I'm using it now. After I
Right.
mend the, which is just a cantrip, so that's nothing.
Who's ripping it?
Me, I'll rip it, mend it, and then we can get the hell out of here.
Okay, so. Alright, so are you doing pass without trace first? That's my only question.
No, I have to do that after.
Okay, so you're gonna make a loud rip.
Loud rip.
Well,
Yeah,
Well, if you're ripping paper, you should
you're
probably
ripping paper.
a magical
pass without
contract. That's
trace
why I'm
first.
asking.
Oh, shit. Okay. I mean, it doesn't say anything in the contract if it gets ripped.
No, it does say here like what happens when it gets ripped, but I'm assuming you are acting faster than it can do its thing because it does say what happens if it gets ripped. But
It
No, I'm
blows
saying
up.
the
Like
no,
what?
no.
Like blue wire, red wire. Like,
No. Okay. So, dude, it's okay. Basically, what it said was I can't find it word for word. Okay. It basically says if you rip it in a few seconds, it comes back. But I'm assuming you're ripping it, then immediately casting the spell. So,
it's an instantaneous spell. So
yeah. So then, yeah, you. All right. So you're ripping it first without pass without trace, right?
yeah, no pass without trace until it's time for us to grab the baby.
Okay. Can I see that stealth check from you to rip this?
I have to stealthily rip a piece of paper.
Okay, sleight of hand.
Oh,
Then.
yes.
Sleight of hand. Can you rip it correctly? I don't know if you guys have ever tried to rip a paper exactly where you want it. That's kind of hard.
Not
It's
really.
easier if you like fold it and then rip it.
All right,
Yep.
we do. Are we making paper swans, or what are we doing in this contract?
No, but if you put a crease in there,
Yeah,
the
and then
ripping
you
usually follows the
rip it,
crease.
and it's really easy. Have you never ripped a paper?
I mean, I've ripped a paper. I've not ripped. I've never. I can't say personally that I've ripped a demonic magic scroll of binding, but if you have, then maybe I don't know what
No,
happens.
I'm just
So
questioning.
you want me to
the
do a stealth
fact
check?
that-
I'll give you a stealth check.
You want sleight of
Right.
hand, actually.
Whichever you can, you like. We'll see. Yeah, I think they're both the same thing anyway. For
They're
modding.
both decks.
Both decks.
Not
so.
necessarily, unless you're a rogue. Rogues have two different
Whatever.
ones.
I'll do a
Like
stealth
mine's
check to try and not get while I rip this demonic contract.
my
Beautiful.
Stealth is-
See, that's all I needed. 23. He doesn't hear a
7?
peep. If anything, that baby's starting to cry and get more upset that she's hearing as she's scribbling more chalk on the wall.
and 5 for sleight of hand.
All
and the
right,
other one.
so you have about 30 seconds left now. I've unpaused it.
All right,
Okay.
you grab and grab that fucking baby.
I'm gonna
Alright.
use. Do we have the bonus to stealth now?
I'll cast mending
45 seconds. Yep.
and
Mending
yeah,
is perfect. No sound is made.
2 actions is only 12 seconds, so
Okay, and then we get
pass without trace. Get out of here.
okay. Pass without trace. Let me steal that fucking baby.
Beautiful.
Holy
A
shit,
29. I have a question.
Yeah.
And I paused it now. I'll ask this question.
Mm.
For this child, you're going over to, and I just need some story wise too for me, and I'm sure the listeners are curious. You may be quiet. What are you doing?
Baby, be quiet.
What are you doing to this child?
We're just gonna gently pick him up and kind of cradle him close.
Question: Is the
And-
baby within 30 feet of me?
Let's stick a gander, shall we? Baby is 25 feet of you.
Baby can get it too.
All
Oh
right.
my fucking god.
Oh,
All right, let's roll for
Stealthy baby.
baby.
Let's roll for baby.
All right, ready?
Yep.
Oh, it's a nat 20. As soon as Liza picks it up, it senses the feminine warmth of Liza, and is just immediately quiet and just staring up at her like, okay, where are we going?
Okay, let's
Like
fucking.
the baby definitely senses, oh, you're a kind-hearted person versus demonically that kidnapped me in my sleep. You know, babies can sense the difference. I feel.
And now
Oh.
we can't be tracked by magical means, so we can literally just walk it out of this place.
Yeah, we're gonna walk it out.
Yep, and out we go with the baby.
All before she even turns around and notices anything is missing.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So, what happens to your contract you're holding?
You leave? Are you just gonna like leave the contract behind, or are you bring the contract with us, or?
I think he should just let
Drop
it
the contract.
flow in the air.
Kinda leave the
lands
contract.
with a gentle breeze, lowers it to the ground, and gone.
we're fucking
before it
running
even
out of
touches
there.
Down.
It basically, we're gonna tell them we got it because they can move out now. Or tell them because no longer breaches the contract because there is no breaching the contract.
Yeah.
No souls.
Both
Yeah.
parties signed it.
Yeah.
We're good.
Yep.
Mission accomplished, and y'all laughing at Mendy.
Shout out when mending actually comes in handy.
Yeah, I took that as a joke, and here we are.
took that as a joke about 2.5 hours ago, and let me tell you, here we are.
I
You know,
took
I'd
the
be-
stupid language as a joke, and here we fucking are.
So
I knew what.
you guys
Like,
are
I
going
knew-
back with the babby.
Yes.
All right. You're probably gonna have a demon hot on your trail.
She can't find us, but she can certainly look.
I mean,
You could try.
where are you going? Okay, no, that's my question. Where are you guys going? I know you're leaving. Where are you going?
Oh shit. We shouldn't go back to the house.
This baby can never return. We have to.
We will raise it as our own. Keep your money. Henry is ours.
Yeah, your 100 gold. We'll just take your baby.
You're just like rubbing its like little cheek with your finger. How do you feel about joining Team Last Hope, little guy?
But I mean, technically, we.
I
Could
mean,
just give
we
it
ain't
back 'cause
Team
there's
Last
no
Hope
breach.
right now.
Oh, I know.
We're team Lost Hope.
True.
Team, there is no hope with us. So yeah, so I need to know. So you guys have run now out of the mausoleum. Who's holding child, right? Lisa?
Yes,
Liza's
I
holding
have
child?
the
She's
baby.
one with child? Okay. So Liza is running with this baby. Everyone's probably booking it with this baby.
Yeah.
What's gonna be said amongst you guys? What goes on?
I feel like they should try to I don't know. We gotta tell the parents. Right?
Maybe, probably.
Should probably give the baby back.
We
Yes,
should
but
tell
they
them to
should
come with
leave-
us.
They should leave the
quickly.
house.
Yeah. Leave your
according-
shit behind. Come on. You're, I guess, living with us now because you can't live there.
Mhm.
Or this fucking crazy lady's gonna come back.
True. If they move somewhere else while the house is still in their possession, they are in breaching contract.
Well, breaching contract doesn't exist anymore
Yeah,
because there is no
such thing
breaching.
as a breach.
If I may,
There is-
having still looked at the contract, and you only took out that bottom paragraph, right? Any breach of
Yeah.
this contract shall result in the breaching party having their mortal souls confiscated by Asmodeus, Lord of the Nine Hells.
Yep, that's
Right?
gone.
Okay. It still says, In return for this service, while Cabal Manor exists as a recognizable dwelling, yet is entitled to transport one member of the Cabal family, as defined above, into the 9th level of Hells, shown on the
Wait.
contract, and at an interval of every 100 years from that state.
Wait, cool. Can we just like tell him to set the whole house on fire, and then you'll be fine?
If there's no
Oh.
house, there's no.
There's
No
no
house,
contract.
no contract.
Because it has
Alright.
to be in the north. Like, it has to stay
I
there.
love that that's where you went. My God. I was just so happy because there's a part, like, I'm about to be in tears because there's a part in this where it says the contract only applies for as long as Cabal Manor exists. So the most obvious way to break it is to destroy the manor. But Tyler immediately goes and says it's because it's in the north. And I'm there like, what?
It's not that it's destroyed.
Yeah, it's not that it's
It's
destroyed.
not in the north.
No, if it's
Yeah.
in the north, it's
just
going.
full of
Had to be
SpongeBob.
there.
Take Bikini Bottom and move it
Push
somewhere
it.
else.
Yes.
Push it somewhere else. You don't understand?
guys,
Like,
That
like,
would
have-
like,
somewhere else.
like, Ty,
I have
I'm crying. Like, it was just, Katie was so good, and she put the pieces together, and then Sky was like, yeah, we burned the place down, and then Ty's like, because it's in the north. Ah.
All right, so I have oil and I have a torch. Let's torch this goddamn house.
Okay, let's
We'll leave them locked up inside. Don't even tell them.
no, let's
They're so
discuss
so-
this with the parents.
Sky opens her jar. We'll collect the souls.
Okay, let's tell them, then torch the place.
As a favor.
Now we're just being nice.
Okay, so we're gonna tell the family and then torch it. Yeah, yeah. Right.
All right,
Yeah.
so you guys are making it. Hang on, okay. I need the 3 of you to each roll me athletics, and I will roll her athletics. If she beats your numbers, she is going to catch up to you.
Fuck. All right.
Just being
boy.
fair. Right? Because she's assuming, like, oh, Chitlin's gone. But you have 3 people running right now. So you can do your combined run versus her 1, okay?
Okay. So, what is this
Roll.
a check for again?
Athletics. Oh shit.
Well,
A gentleman's 10.
A gentleman's 2 with a nat 1.
Would you do trip?
yeah, she stumbled, bro. Tripped over a ladybug. You know that one.
Oh, God.
It's up
Right,
to you,
let's see.
Katie.
Yeah.
And there,
Cumulative 12.
Deliza, what's it like in New York
There
City?
we go.
Okay.
Oh, and
I
18
mean,
plus 3.
I can always. I'm the one with the fucking baby. I'm booking it ahead of y'all.
You are, yeah. No,
Hi.
for real. The story-wise, we can say that you book it ahead. Like, Sky's character trips, you just keep going. You're like, I got this kid. I'm going. We got the plan. We're gonna torch their house. The kid's gonna watch. It'll be great.
God.
Oh my
All
god,
right.
roll for the lady now.
Let's just hope she doesn't catch up. I have like no spells left.
Oh, God.
Ah!
It went to a 19 and then flipped back to a nat 1
Beautiful.
for a total of
Both
5.
of you.
So she
Both of
just
us
like
know
Your
where we
fucking
are.
asses.
no, she just hasn't like she still hasn't noticed. Like that Henry's gone. So you guys made it back to the manor. You are with child. You guys are running. You guys see the gate start approaching.
Okay. We're gonna fucking run. And we're gonna be like we're gonna be screaming.
What are you?
Get out of the house!
Oh my God. Is that how you're sounding? Is that it? Because I'm gonna be honest, if I hear something like that yell at me to get out of my house, chances are I ain't going. I'm like, I'm better in here.
I'm sorry. I can't yell.
You know what?
into
I'm
the
gonna
mic.
say, Liza, you get there first, and it's like a solid like 20, maybe even 30 seconds, and then you find
Over here, the demonic
Marble is
screeching.
like maybe 5 seconds, and you just hear this demonic roar coming from behind a hill, and then you just see Rua coming, and she's like exhausted. Rule, what kind of
I'm
armor
like,
do you have?
"Ah!"
God.
Me?
Yeah.
Studded.
Her studded armor just, weighing her down. She wasn't super athletic. She's tripping over things, stumbling. She's like, "Rrrr!" Maybe she's still a little tipsy from earlier. Did that Macarena and everything. Like, that's all you're flashing back to. Seeing her do her Nat 1 Macarena. God. Alright, so Liza.
Don't you mean Nat 0?
Nat 0, yeah. Liza, you ran through first. Marble was not super far behind. Granted, he had a 10. So he's a bit behind, but you made it through the fence. You're with the child, and you just hear a roar coming from the hills behind you. What do you do?
I kind of look back, but I'm also kind of closer to the house now, so I'm gonna yell and make sure it's actually,
Not demon.
yeah. I was gonna say legible, but legible's for reading. But you get what I'm saying.
I was, you know
Yell
what?
for them to grab their belongings and get out of the house. Like
Let me hear. What are you
shit.
saying? Yeah.
I just yell that I have Henry, but to get out of the house as fast as possible and to meet me down here.
They go back. He goes, "Oh yeah, sure. You have Henry. Sure, yeah." And they get their belongings and like throw in suitcases and stuff quickly together if they can. Marble shows up next to you.
Also, can I make a note on what? So, you know what? I also know Goblin. I was screaming in Goblin, not even Common.
There you go. Trying to get their attention. Alright. So they come down at the same time when Marble catches up to you. So now Marble, you guys see that they're there, and they're like, "Oh, okay. What's the plan?"
How do you guys feel about torching your house?
Why do we have to torture? They don't. I will say this too, because the pamphlet specifically says this. Okay. They don't seem upset at all about the idea. They're just wondering why.
Why? So the contract, we were able to see it and read it over. The contract itself says that as long as the house remains, they will take someone of your family every 100 years. But we were able to destroy the part of the contract that would have essentially stopped you from doing this. So if you raise your house now, the demon will not bother your family again. You guys will be safe. If that is a price you're willing to pay.
They both look at each other and run inside, and you just see them coming back out with tons of different oil, and they're just spraying it all over the furniture in the house, up and down the stairs.
Nice.
Nice.
Before they torch it.
Did I
there's something-
finally come out?
Yes, Sky is finally here as like she's seeing like the doors wide open and there's stuff going on. You were gonna say something too, Marble.
Yeah, Marble. How many family members are there?
There is the two of them and Henry.
Okay, so 3 people. In whatever room we're standing in, talking to them.
Where you guys? I thought you guys were like outside, and you're just seeing them.
We are
unless you want to go
outside.
inside.
We
Okay.
are not going inside the place
I'm
that's
going
to be
inside
burning.
for a moment.
Sure.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm going.
I mean,
to-
they're inside currently, like putting oil and stuff all over things. So
That's
yeah, you
fine.
can
I'm
say
gonna
and do
be
whatever
out
you want.
before they light it.
Yep, that's fine.
But what I'm gonna do is, I'm going to mold, earth into the shape of what looks like bones
Ooh. Okay.
in the living room,
Okay.
so that if the demon comes, it will seem like they burned along with the house.
Of 3 people.
Yes.
Cool. What?
Using
this
mold earth.
Be in our. Okay, you're just using the spell Molder. Got it. Okay, it was like
Yeah,
this is just an
the
Arcana
cantrip.
check. Did you spell? Okay.
If you want, I can read to you how that is
You
able.
want to read that quick? I mean, for those listening.
So, You can cause shapes, colors, or both to appear on dirt or stone, spelling out words, creating images, or shaping patterns. And these changes last for an hour. So,
Okay.
on stone, I'm going to make it appear like a pattern of bones.
Okay. That's awesome. Yeah. Male, female, and baby.
Yep.
Cool. Yeah, no, you just do that as they're starting to get everything oiled up there all over their books and stuff. They're grabbing last minute documents and things now that they know that they have like a second or two extra, you know. And they come running down the stairs and they see you and they're like, "All right." He goes, "I think it's time to go."
Yes,
All right.
we better get
I
out
will light the torch,
of the Greeks.
and I want to chuck it. I want to fucking chuck it.
All right, give me an athletics, I guess. Do you...
God,
Don't
do
fuck
I
it
chuck it? Do I chuck it hard enough? 8.
Come on, Norris.
Hey, it lands like on the wooden stairs and then catches the rest. So you don't like completely eat the thing in, but it's still gets the
It's
blaze.
yeeted.
Still gets the blaze.
Yeeted a bit.
So Liza, you still holding Henry?
At the moment, yes, but I can pass him back over to his parents.
And
All right, guys.
Yep. So you've given
Let them hold their child as they watch their whole house go up in flames.
Yeah. So they're like obviously like holding him away from it and stuff, and everybody's kind of a good few feet away from the house now at this point, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And they just are watching it just burning. And as soon as like the inner roof part like collapses in, you see that like red energy is coming up through the fire, and almost like it's going out through it with the smoke and dissipating in the air from the house. And it just flows like that for maybe 20 seconds, and then it just goes back to normal fiery smoke. Oh.
It appears like your curse is lifted.
All right.
Athon
I think we
turns
should
around.
get out of here.
Athon turns around and goes, "Oh, but I can't thank you all enough. Here, your money as promised."
I think you're
Keep
gonna
it.
need that more than
Yeah.
us.
You can hold on to that. You're gonna have to find somewhere else to live after all this.
He goes,
So-
"Are you sure? I'm sorry about that."
Nope.
No, it's
Keep
quite
it.
all right.
Perfectly okay.
Use it to feed your family.
Or find a house.
Well, yes.
Yes.
He smiles and goes, "Always a chipper, isn't that one?"
Something like that.
And then the five of you walk out through the open gates and head back on over to Beachburn. And I think that's where we can. That you guys head down, and they had their one way. You guys head your other way back to your town, back to your base, and I think that's where.
Shades down, mansion burning in the background.
Yeah, exploding. There's like different pieces of wood shooting off in different directions.
Casually walk off from the explosion.
Job well done.
Hey.
All right, and I think that's where we'll call it.
Noise.
And remember, DM told me to
Mend your own destiny.